This is the video for December 11th, and the title is Protesting the Right to Protest. Yes, that's an oxymoron, which means it is self-contradictory. That is exactly what the criminals in high places are trying to do by stopping the speech that exposes their perverted and unlawful activities. These are not honorable people, and they know many of us are finally waking up. That's a good thing for us and a bad thing for them. They thought their cover of darkness would hide them forever. Thankfully, their apparatus, the internet, to spy on us was used against them. Could this be at least part of the awakening, or the event, as some call it? It will be interesting to see how it plays out. Indeed, I'm recording this video later than I've been recording most of the recent videos. It's actually into the afternoon already here. And I've had a very busy morning. My son has two of his friends staying here. They're two of his musician friends. And I'm probably going to go hear them in concert tonight. But in any case, there was discussion with them, and then I just finished having a fairly lengthy discussion with one of my friends from another part of the United States. So it was a busy morning, and now it's into the afternoon. And I'm looking at all that's going on in the world with the government trying to clamp down on people's right of free speech. They don't want free speech, especially if the free speech exposes the corruption, which inevitably that's what's happening. And they're trying to shut down internet sites, calling them fake news sites, when the actual fake news sites are sites like ABC, CBS, NBC, MSNBC, CNN. These are the true fake news sites. And of course, the New York Times, the Daily News, the Washington Post, and all of these other mainstream media conglomerates that have been lying to us again and again for a long time. And they created the internet for the express purpose of being able to gather information on the problem people in the world who have this propensity of digging beneath the surface lies that are proposed as mainstream and finding out the truth behind what's going on in the world, and then propagating that truth and trying to get others to wake up. The awakening does seem to be happening. It's not as fast as I'd like, it's not as broad as I'd like, but it is happening. People all over the planet are beginning to wake up and realize that this world has been run by people with less than honorable intentions. And not only do they have bad intentions for humanity, they are themselves, as I said in the blurb, totally perverted to the extent of unprecedented pedophilia and murder of innocent children, some very, very young and some into their teens. And this, again, was all exposed by Kathy O'Brien, and it's being exposed now on a greater level, and they're trying to whitewash the whole thing, because you're talking about some big names in the political arena that have been involved in this pedophilia thing, which hopefully is the straw that will break the back of these people that are not good. Now, I listened to a video earlier today. I listened to actually a couple of videos earlier today with Joel, what is his name? Joel Goldsmith. And he's no longer alive, but he has quite a few very interesting videos out, and I found it quite fascinating, some of the things he said. And I'll probably be making a video along some of that lines in the near future. In any case, he indicated that it's our job to love our enemies, and he pounded that home again. So I know that that's a central teaching, but loving our enemies is not hiding their lies. It's not covering up for them. It's not turning away and pretending that the evil that they're doing doesn't exist. Loving our enemies can be, and I believe is, actually exposing the corruption that's going on in our planet as a result of the continual brainwashing that has occurred generation after generation to make us believe that we are less than we really are, that hides us from our own potentialities and keeps us from becoming the very best we can be. We've been put into this cocoon of mind control and of insanity that has kept us in bondage to things which are against our own highest and best interests. And it has nothing to do with money. Money is part of the brainwashing scheme that's the answer. That's not the answer. The answer is always where it has been. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. But how do you determine truth when you've been raised on lies? This is the conundrum. And as I said, they want to keep people from finding out the truth because they know the truth will end their sick game of mass mind control and of control of the masses of humanity that they've enjoyed and manipulated for eons of time. This is perhaps coming to an end. I mean, my hope and my prayer is that it's coming to an end, and my hope and my prayer is that the God who has been part of creation, but yet in a sense silent about the insanity of man's and demon manipulation. Somebody said, how do you know that there's demons? And wants me to prove it. Yeah, I'm not going to even attempt to get into arguments and headbutting with anybody. You know, I believe what I believe. I've made corrections in some of the things that I thought were true when I realized that perhaps I was believing something that was not the complete truth, and I still don't know the complete truth, and neither do you, and neither does anybody else. We're all in the process of waking up. We're all in the process of learning. We're all in the process of growing. Everything is in the process of being exposed, and that which is hidden is finally, at least it appears to be coming to light, which is a very, very good thing for those of us who want to have lives that are meaningful and have lives that we can be confident that when we do what is right and when we do what is good for the whole, we do not have to pay a penalty for that. In fact, we ultimately find ourselves receiving the blessings of living in the light and living in truth. So I find it, again, very humorous that the government and the people that have enslaved humanity for so long are protesting our right to protest. I think that's incredibly hilarious, and they may do some things that are not so funny, but nevertheless, all of the actions and reactions that they have are going to be more and more proof to those of us that are paying attention that the awakening is actually occurring. And this is a very good thing. Once again, I thank you folks for listening, and let's not give up the ship just yet. There's still hope, and I pray that the awakening will accelerate. Thanks for listening. Namaste.